What is happening to Toys R Us? Giancarlo Stanton again. And I asked the age-old question, is it okay for a teammate to not tell a teammate they don't want to be teammates anymore? All this and more on a brand new Downright Sports. Downright Sports. Welcome to an all-new Downright Sports. I am, if the first time you're watching, your host, Brett Reed. It's basically Downright Sports is a show from a fan's perspective, from a fan, talking about sports from what the fan thinks. Anyway, we start every show with the must-know news, and if you must know, here's some news. Basically, yesterday, some milestone home runs for two marquee players on their teams. Young Aaron Judd, only his first full season in baseball, hit number 44 yesterday for home runs. Judd leads all of the American League in home runs. And then on the other side, the National League, Giancarlo Stanton, man, is now just 4 home runs away from the magic number 60. And because he hit 55 last night against the New York Mets. And the question is, can he be the first guy to hit 60 since Barry Bonds? Can he be the first guy to maybe hit 60 legitimately? Let's roll it to, and then we continue on. Adidas has passed Jordan as the number 2 branded shoe in the United States. What? Why? How? Some kids pointed to a lot of kids today are not that big on Jordans. They don't have to have the latest pair of Jordans anymore. It's not a thing. Another thing is Jordan hasn't played in the NBA since 2001, where a lot of kids who buy the sneakers weren't even born when they seen him play. And number 3, soccer. Soccer's becoming more popular in America. Younger kids are playing soccer. Adidas and soccer go hand in hand. And the last thing, kids are into fads. Adidas is kind of retro. Kids want to dress like it's the 80s. They think Adidas is retro. They think that's what's popping. Never been a fan of Adidas. Always wear my Jordans. So hopefully the price of Jordans go down and I can get more pairs. Yay. And then finally, a sad story to my heart. As a child, my favorite place to go, Toys R Us, the biggest toy store in the United States, is filed for bankruptcy. It could be the fact kids don't play with toys as much as they used to. When I was growing up, action figures was the craze, man. You had to get the latest Power Ranger and the Megazord, or you had to get the latest Transformer, G.I. Joe, or a wrestling toy. With the invention of, PS4s and Xboxes and iPads and iPhones, kids now are more digital and less hands-on. It's not the kids' fault, it's the parents' fault. You put that thing in the damn head. But used to be a time where there was more toy stores. There was KB Toys. There was FUO Schwartz. That was in New York. That was the most expensive toy store. They went out of business years ago. I think I'm forgetting one too. But KB and Toys R Us was like the place to go. If Toys R Us was too expensive and too packed, you went to KB. And I kind of missed that. It was kind of fun, But anyway, when we return, the topic. That's right, different topic today. It's not about who's better. It's more of an opinion. It's always an opinion because it's Downright Sports and it's my show. It's what I do, all right? Yeah, we are back with Downright Sports. Interesting, I have to go on a tangent for a second. I noticed that there's another show kind of like the lip syncing show that LL Cool J hosts where celebrities lip sync songs, which look kind of funny. I didn't get into it, but it looks kind of funny. Now they got a new one where they're freestyle battling. Just as a person who loves old school hip hop, this is just the saddest thing I've ever seen. And it's really getting sad because these corny guys now have the power to just basically take it with, it's really an art to freestyle rap, battle rap, is an art, man. Not everybody can do it. It's like playing ball. Everybody can't do that. For them to just take it, poo-poo it, I'm putting some random celebrities who people were writing stuff in the back for, maybe some could spit off the dome. It's just lame. And then you take like a great in Method Man and make them the host. Like they took a great like LL and made him the host. Maybe they need the money. You know what? I've gone on too long. It's just the saddest thing I've seen, and I don't like it. All right. Anyway, let's move on to the topic. Today's topic is a real crazy title, but basically teammates are just leaving each other left and right, man. I mean, we talking like, it's been going on forever. The reason why the conversation come up because Kyrie Irving and LeBron have split, obviously, but it goes back to the days of Shaq and Kobe, Kevin Garnett and Stephon Marbury, Martin and Gina, Miss Piggy and Kermit. You know, great teams always find a way to break up for some strange reason, and it's the great question everybody wants to know is the person that wants out of the relationship, is it their job or their responsibility to tell the other that who is looked at as the partner in this, hey, I want out. And the reason why this is being asked is because yesterday Kyrie Irving was asked, did you tell LeBron that you wanted to be traded? And he said no. Why should I? Haha. Well, should he have? I have to drink water because I'm not doing too well. Huh. Are they tied to each other that well? It's weird because in the NBA this happens more than you see in any other sports where there's one guy that feels like I'm better than the other. I want to do it on my own, and where the other guy's like, what the hell is happening? Because the other guy tends to be better. In the case of Kevin Garnett and Stephon Marbury, Marbury thought he was good enough to leave Minnesota with a Hall of Fame champion, MVP in Kevin Garnett, and he was going to go to Phoenix, and he was going to lead Phoenix to the promised land. He did not. Shaq and Kobe. Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant played together. They dominated, beat everybody, destroyed the world. Kobe decides he doesn't need Shaq anymore. And Kobe's the one, he tells the Lakers, I'm not going anywhere. You get rid of him, where it was kind of different in this case. But then what happened? Shaq wins another championship. Kobe spent a few years like wandering the desert, and then finally Paul Gasol landed in his lap and he won two. In this scenario with Kyrie versus LeBron thing, I mean, last year we saw Kevin Garnett decided to leave Russell Westbrook, but this was the case where the better player left the lesser player. That we rarely see. It's normally not a scenario where we see the face of the franchise deciding he's going to dip out. It's always the other way around. If you look at Kyrie Irving's career before he got LeBron, I'm not going to go all the way back to the beginning. I'll just go back to the year before LeBron came back to Cleveland. They were 33-49. 23 games out of first place. And basically they were fighting with the Knicks for the 8th and final seed. The year before that, they were nowhere in the picture. I can promise you that. LeBron shows up the very next season. They finished 53-29, 7 games out of first place. The next year, they finished in first place. Mind you, LeBron's first year, Kyrie goes to the finals. His second year, Kyrie wins the finals. His third year, they go to the finals. And for Kyrie Irving, fantastic ball player, but I don't believe he is the difference maker. In fact, if anything, if I'm the Boston Celtics, the trade you made was the stupidest trade you could have ever possibly made because you got nothing in return. You gave up everything and you got nothing. You got a guy who is unproven as a solo player to be a game changer. Now, he claims he couldn't make his players better because he was playing with LeBron. That is a crock of crap, because if you look at greats, even though Kobe and Shaq did not get along, they still found a way to play their game. Even though Michael and Scotty might have thought he could have did it on his own, Scotty found a way to play his game. Magic Johnson excuse me. I gotta edit the heck out of this. Magic played with Kareem, James Worthy, 3 Hall of Famers. They found a way to make it work. Larry Bird played with 4 Hall of Famers and found a way to make it work. What I think was happening was Kyrie found out quickly that he's not that number one, LeBron's leaving there next year. That's number one. Number two, maybe if he goes to a franchise that has another good player in Gordon Hayward, or just any other franchise that's not the Cleveland Cavaliers, because they have a history of not doing anything after LeBron leaves. Let me go to a franchise that'll try, then I'll have an excuse. Hey, number one, I want to do this on my own. Number two, I want a franchise that got my back. Because if I stayed in Cleveland when LeBron leaves, I'm stuck there, and then now I really look like a sucker because I can't get it done. Newsflash, dude. You have a rude awakening coming your way this upcoming NBA season, because you're going to have teams like the Atlanta Hawks, teams like the Toronto Raptors, teams like the Washington Wizards, teams like the Miami Heat. These teams are going to be better. The Philadelphia 76ers are going to be better. You're not going to finish in second place in your own in your division. You may not win your own conference because you got the Raptors still there. So it's possible that can happen. I'm going to put it out there like this. I need to wrap up. I'm going to put it out there like this. Kyrie, you don't win the Atlantic, you, sir, don't get to speak. You don't win the Atlantic this year and take the Boston Celtics to the Eastern Conference Finals, conversation kaputs. Because in the NBA, one guy can make a difference, and you, sir, may not be that guy. You, sir, could be that mistake. Anyway, we come back, movies and video games, Downright Sports. Pop, pop, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. Welcome to movies and video games, one of my favorite segments I ever do, because I don't have to have a plan for it. And if I do have to plan for it, it's boring, dead. Anyway, today we're going to talk about old video games from the 90s. A segment I think I did once before, but hey, it's my show. I'll do whatever I want. And the only reason why I'm doing this segment is because 2 weeks ago I was having a conversation with some good friends of mine. My shout out to the dude P. Stu, Preston, Big Brother Josiah, and Always Right Sean. And we were just talking about, old school games like from the Sega, Nintendo era. And one game Preston brought up to me, well, I said it, Preston reminded me of the name, and oh crap, I forgot the name. I forgot the name of that fast. Anyway, the games from the 80s, games from the 90s used to be kind of cool, and they were really dope because for the simple fact that you could not save them. Like if you had a Sega Genesis, there was no way to save the game. You couldn't just like, hey man, I'm tired tonight, I don't want to play. Let me put the game on save. Like, no, you weren't doing that. Like, you had no choice to either play the whole damn game or leave the system running. When you used to get really hot and then all you do is piss your mother off. Unless you had a Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo, you can save the games, which is pretty dope. I never had Super Nintendo though. The game that Preston reminded me of was Vectorman. For those of you that don't remember Vectorman, here's a picture of it. And Vectorman was that game. I only got to play it like twice because I didn't own it. A buddy of mine owned it. And I got it for like a week. Back then, hey, let me borrow the game because there was no online play. Let me borrow the game. And it was so sweet. It was just awesome, man. It's like nothing you ever played before. But if you look at the games we got now, like for the Xbox and the PS4, and whether it's Destiny or Call of Duty or Halo, Grand Theft Auto, Madden, whatever, you get to save the game. Or now you just turn the damn system off and pick up where you left off. You ain't even gotta even play the whole game out, which is kind of, we're a little spoiled, man. We really are. We're definitely spoiled because if you remember, there was no you couldn't do 4 guys at once. Pause. You could only play 2 players at one time, and then I can't remember Oh, 64 was the first to come out with the 4, and it was like, oh man, who's got a 64? So you could bring the controls over. It was rare you had a friend that had 4 controls, so you all could play Mario Kart or Smash Brothers or something like that. Or you really got fancy and you played WrestleMania 2000. You had 4, you know, it was some fun. Anyway, with the coughing, I shall wrap the show up. Thank you guys for watching yesterday's show. Shout out to my man Mike Myth. He was real fun and different today. Thank you all for watching. Shout out to all the people who support the show, and you know who you are. And next week, maybe we're back, maybe we're not. I don't know. Gotta decide. But I do gotta start making preparations for the Miami, Virginia Tech game show with me and Brad. We gotta get that together. All right, guys. One show on 2 different channels on YouTube. What? Yeah, it's gonna be done. Anyway, you guys enjoy your day. Deuces.